this right now. Okay, it says it's recording. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because I know we have a lot of stuff we want to go over. The first thing that I'm just going to go over with you guys are some income producing activities that you can be doing on a daily basis so that you can, you know, make sure that you're on track and doing the things that you need to do to hit your ranks. So these are just going to be some tangibles. I have 5 written down. They're a little different than the non-negotiables that you maybe have heard in the past, and these are ones that work for me and that I try to do on a daily basis. So the first one is going to be to make a hard copy list of your dream team, and you want to make sure you're adding to it daily. So when I say a hard copy list, I mean, don't just every single day take a shot in the dark, start going through Instagram, find a girl, try, like, hope you remember her feed. Think, you know what I mean? You have to have a list of these people, write it down on paper, cross them off as you get them, as you talk to them, and make sure that you're adding to this list every single day and that you're checking people off of that list every single day as you talk to them. So that is super important. And these can be both people that you would like on your dream team and people that you think may be interested. Sorry, I'm going to mute everyone again. People that you think might be interested in products. So, you know, make that hard copy list, make sure that you're adding to it every day. And this next income producing activity actually stems off of that. So this is called the 3-2-1 method. I don't know how many of you guys have heard of this. If you haven't, I'm going to kind of break it down for you. It's super simple. This is a tip that I heard from Jacqueline. This apparently kind of beats the Instagram algorithm. So it kind of, I don't know exactly what it does, but it helps to kind of get your feed like up shown to people. So this is something that you want to do again. So go to your dream team list and find those people and then start applying the 3-2-1 method to talking to them. So the 3 is liking 3 of their pictures. So go to their feed, someone who you know from your dream team, and like 3 of their pictures. The 2 is going to be to comment on 2 of them. So we don't want to be spammy and like comment on every single picture that they just posted. So two comments, and then the 1 is a follow. So give them a follow at the end of that. Jacqueline was talking about, like I said, how that breaks the algorithm. So not only that, you know, when I see people do that, when I see them like, comment, and follow me, I'm much more inclined to go back and look at their feed than someone who like maybe just messaged me or just liked a picture or something like that. I think it's just, it solidifies that relationship with them a little bit. The third thing is to make sure that in your posts on a daily basis that you're providing a solution to you know, people's problems. So obviously it'll be different things, whether you're targeting the product side of things or whether you're targeting the business side of things, but always make sure you're posting things, trying to solve someone's problem, trying to offer this opportunity to people, trying to fix someone's hair. Make sure you're doing that on a daily basis, finding new pain points to touch on and new problems to solve for people, and making a point to, you know, not just post, but like I said, you know, make sure that you're actually, when you post, am I solving a problem? How is this going to help someone or bring value to someone's life? Am I just posting for the sake of posting, or is this going to, you know, carry some weight? So the next thing, this is really for girls because we wanted to talk a lot on this call about, can you guys hear the dinging? You can? Okay, I don't know how to like mute this because it's like on my computer, so hold on.
It's in your settings. Are you on a Mac?
Yeah, but it's Zax and I don't ever use it. Literally. 1 second. All right, I might have fixed it. All right, I might have fixed it. We'll hope, guys. So I'm gonna hide the alerts on my phone as well. I don't know if that's gonna help, but all right. So the last two things I wanted to talk about were really for girls trying to hit MMP and girls trying to rank up in this business. So if you are not part of Make That Money Bootcamp yet, reach out to me or your upline. We will add you to it after this, but make a point to go into that group and watch 1 to 2 videos every single day until you hit MMP. You guys, there's so many different valuable tangibles and different topics that they go over specifically on how to rank up in that Facebook group. So make sure that you're making a point to watch 1 to 2 videos in there a day. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about, and some of the other girls are going to go into a little more detail about hitting MMP, but just know if your goal is MMP this month and that's what you're going for, you can easily, once you hit MMP, you have all the tools to hit MMP here. So if you're setting yourself up for MMP, my advice to you is why not just shoot for MMP? Because really, it's you hitting MMP and then taking 2 of your girls with you. So if you can just kind of focus on that, it's really not as scary. It's basically just think of it as hitting MMP, taking 2 of your girls with you, and you're there. You're at MMB. So that was kind of my 5 tips. I know that Kelly and Bonnie and Hannah have some good ones. So I'm going to mute myself and kind of let Kelly go into her points now.
Hey guys. Okay, so I'm going to talk about how to fit this into a busy schedule. I know there's people on here that are moms or full-time students or work in the corporate world or whatever you may do. I'm sure you have another job on the side of this, and we're all busy. Let's be real. So I just have kind of like 5 tips, tricks, things to do each day. To be successful with this, because it's 100% possible. There are senior executive directors making $100,000 a month with this business and still doing another job or still being a full-time mom with 3 kids. So it's totally possible. The first and biggest thing is that you have to want this. How bad do you want this? How much can this change your life? Even an extra $500, an extra $5,000. If you hit Market Mentor, they make an average of $5,000 a month and you get a free Cadillac. Think about how that would change your life. You can get rid of your car payment. You can get rid of your insurance payment. They take care of everything. And you have $5,000 in your pocket on top of it every single month. Like, you have to have a strong enough why, first of all. And I want you to think about that right now, about your why. And you need to dig a little bit deeper. It's more than financial freedom. It really is. Like, your time is freed up. You can take vacations you've never been able to take. You can treat yourself to things you've never been able to treat yourself to. There's so much more to it than just the extra cash each month. Like, how many bills can this take care of for you? You have to want this, okay? The second thing I have written down is, if you fail to plan to fail. Like, you need to plan your weeks out, your days out. You need to set goals for yourself every single month and follow up with those every single week. Like, write them down. You need to have them written down. Like, I have a journal right here. You can find this shit at CVS for like $3. Get one of those and write down your goals every single month, or set them each week, set them each day, whatever you need to. And I'm big on planning my posts. I know some people kind of like to wing it. I do that sometimes, but like my Sunday afternoons, Sunday evenings, I plan all my posts for the entire week, before and after pictures, whatever it may be. And I've sent out like a weekly schedule before that I know my girls have. I can send it to you guys to send in your chats as well. If you're ever stuck on what to post, like, reach out to your upline. We can help you guys. But if you're not planning things out, it's over. It's over. Number 3 is income producing activities. I just had income producing activities written down. Angie just went in detail on that. But if you find yourself just like mindlessly scrolling on Instagram, not really doing anything, like, wake up for a second. Like, search under locations under Canada, Quebec, Canada, and look at some like bars that people are going to, or clubs. Like, find prospects. Like, that's what you should be doing. You can still kind of mindlessly scroll, but stumble upon people that could possibly be a part of your business. So just rethink like what you're doing if you're ever really truly bored. Number 4, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. Make sure you're doing your 5 non-negotiables every single day. Like, you have the same 24 hours as Sam. She makes $30,000 a month doing this. We all have the same 24 hours as Jacqueline. She makes $100,000 a month doing this. Like, this is a totally possible, okay? And the last thing, and I preach this on every single call, every single day, consistency. If you guys are not consistent with this, your followers are going to think that you gave up, because you probably did. So you need to be doing this every single day. Every single day. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If you're posting on social media, like, your friends, your family, like, some people are they want you to fail. Like, some people are not going to be rooting for you. They want to see you give up. They want to see you fail at this. Prove them wrong, because you will and you can. So that's really all I got, guys. It's easy. I work a full-time job. Bonnie's busy. Angie's busy. Hannah's going to school and has a kid. It's totally possible. I promise.
You killed it, Kel. I think it's Hannah's turn. So Hannah, if you want to pop on.
Hi, guys. So I have a few things. The first thing that I have is organization. So I really wish that I would have started off more organized. I was kind of all over the place, and like, it made it really hard once I started recruiting people to teach them everything that I knew, because I wasn't organized enough. So that's my biggest advice for anyone who's new here, is like, really organize your notes, like, create different folders, organize everything, so that when you sign someone up, you know exactly what to do, because you're keeping track of everything you're learning in an organized way, if that makes sense. Let's see, attraction marketing. So in my first month doing this, I truthfully didn't have to reach out to many people, because I was posting in such a way that people were coming to me like crazy. So I feel like if that's not happening for you, then you're giving too much information, or something's not right with your posting, I feel like. So I would definitely recommend being super curious and like making people question what you're doing. The third thing, Kelly went over it a little bit, but consistency is so important. That's what's gonna get you. Say you talk to someone, they didn't have enough money, they weren't completely like on board, and you stay consistent, they're gonna come back to you and they're gonna buy from you for sure, or join your team or whatever, as long as you're consistent with them. Also, if you get a no from someone, let that fuel you. Like, don't just let it destroy you. Like, use that as a fire and make it so that it makes you want to reach out to more people or whatever. Like, let that fuel you. Building your brand, that's super important. So I think the only true way, I feel like, to get market partners, through social media anyway, is building your brand and letting people learn who you are. So those 5 things that make you you, that's super important to be posting about all the time. And showing your face is the last thing I have. So they kind of go together, and having confidence doing that. So that's what I have for tonight.
Bonnie, you want to pop on? I know Corbin's like ready to have his mom back. He's like, Hannah, get off of there.
What's up, guys? Happy Thursday, everybody. I'm kind of going to go on here and actually let you guys know that we've got 9 days out of the month to finish off real fucking strong, okay? So if you're not at MMP, and I'm talking to you, okay, on this camera, you need to get there. You have 9 days to map out how the heck you're going to get to MMP. Every single person on this call is capable of getting to MMP. We've preached so many times that like MMP is what you should be striving to get within the first 5 days of the business. We just heard a call the other day that we can do it in 72 hours, okay? So if you're not at MMP right now, you need to reroute, you need to talk to your upline. You need to do something to get yourself to MMP, because MMP is something that you want, like in other calls have been said, in 72 hours or in 5 days. Okay. Like Angie and I have stated in other calls, like MMP is something you guys should already be like done with, been there, done that. Every single month, MMP comes within the first 5 days of your business. Like that's a solid ass goal. Okay. And if you're not striving for that, and if you're not doing that, you guys seriously need to take it back to the drawing board and rewire. I understand, like, there's a lot of people on here that have other things that are going on in life, and every single person does, okay? But at the end of the day, if you want this as much as you say you want it, you have to show up daily. You have to show up daily. You can't die out. You can't fizzle out. You can't one day be on, one day be off. And that just ties down back to consistency, right? So if you're not being consistent, that's probably why you're not at MMP yet. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's just the hard truth. If you're not at MMP right now, it's because you haven't been consistent in this business, and you're not really taking it serious. So just be real with yourself. If that's you and you're not there because you've been making excuses for yourself, that's cool. Just be honest with yourself. But don't come back to your upline later on and be like, well, I'm not making any money, because what are we going to say? Well, you haven't been consistent, right? So everything just ties back to consistency. I'm sorry that I'm being real harsh and stuff, but MMP is something that you guys should literally be reaching within the first 5 days of your business. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right, so our sample program, that's something that's super, 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 like, amazing that they opened up for us. Why? Because not everybody is within distance of giving them a sample from your product pack, right? So it's much easier for the company to send them their samples than it is for you to go out of your way to send your samples to somebody you just met on Instagram. Also, it opens up a huge market for you, because sometimes people don't want to buy the product before they try it. So you guys need to be like advertising the sample program. Our sample program is amazing. And if you aren't at the pro version of our back office, that's something that you want to upgrade so that you have the option for the sample program. Okay, so upgrade your your back office, and that'll be available to you, and start advertising that in your stories, because it's really important. There's three, if you guys don't know, there's three of our systems that are on there. It's the volume system, the hydration, and the damage system. Okay, so it's super easy to throw that up on a slide and throw it up on your stories. All right, so that's another great way to start getting more people as to try the products and sign them up as MPs or VIPs, right? All right, if you're mapping out your month at the beginning of the month, I'm sorry to tell you, but let's try to map out your month prior to the month ending, right? So right now, you guys have 9 days to finish off this month super nice and strong. But you should also be already thinking about next month and what you're doing next month, right? So you guys should already be mapping out next month, just like you are mapping out these 9 days that you have to finish off super strong, because everybody's reaching MMP, I know it. And then next month, also, you guys need to be thinking about that. If you're not writing it down, at least be thinking about it. Think about where you want to be next month. Always manifest that stuff, because whatever you're putting out is what you're going to, get. So please make sure you're doing all of that. If you don't know where to start and you're new to this, I'm just going to give you a little tip from what my experience was. My warm market was super successful. So if you guys are scared to talk to your warm market, your family, your friends, your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles. Get out of that shell, go talk to them, because a lot of people will be supportive of you, but you guys just have to get out there and actually do the work. Like, no one's going to come to you. You guys need to go out there. You know, you're going to get that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that may come to you and be like, hey, I want to try this. But you guys need to go out there and start giving out samples. Our products speak for themselves. So if somebody is trying that sample and you gave them like the right and the correct sample, they're going to come back to you. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I haven't given out a sample to somebody personally and them not come back and be like, sign me up. I'm done. I'm ready. I can't even put anything else in my hair. Right? So please hit your warm market. Don't be afraid of them. Don't be afraid of people saying no to you. Just because they say no to you doesn't mean they hate you. Just because they say no to you doesn't mean they don't like you or either you're annoying to them. Just because they said no doesn't mean no forever either. So at the end of the day, they're probably going to end up changing their mind and asking you for samples. So please go out and please be hitting your warm market just as much as you're hitting your cold market on Instagram, okay? Because it's super important to get everybody on that. And word of mouth is amazing. So if you have a lot of family, a lot of friends and stuff like that, word of mouth is something that's pretty amazing. Also, please, on Instagram, guys, I have seen so many people post the same stuff over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm sorry, it's so boring. Please stop posting the same shit, okay? So if you're gonna take someone else's content, at least make it your own. Put your face on it, okay? Don't just steal it from somebody and then put it on your Instagram, because like, that's not cool. People take a lot of time out of their days to make content, so please don't be doing that. Also, it's not making you any type of relationships. You're not gaining relationships from that. You're not being relatable to your audience, and that's what's in this business. That's what's going to make you successful. So you have to start being more relatable. You have to start being original. You have to start making your content. You have to start dedicating time to the business. If it's just one day out of the week that you dedicate to make content, then it's just one day out of the week to dedicate and make content, but make enough content for the week, right? There's a bunch of ideas that people have been, like, you can take someone's idea, but just make it your own. You know what I mean? Like, just make it relatable to you. Okay. That's something that's so important. I can't tell you enough. Like, I scroll through everybody because we all follow one another. And I happen to like hit the same post like 5 times. And I'm just like, no. The first one was dope. The 4th one was not, you know, like, you guys need to stop taking people's content, be original, be relatable. Because at the end of the day, you're marketing yourself, you're marketing these products, and you need to be relatable to your audience. Okay. So that's really all I have to say. So with that being said, you guys need to be at MMP legit already, been there, done that. Okay.
Yes, Fani. Okay, you like, just so everyone knows, I was like, Fani, if you have extra time, like, just go off. I'm like, just give them all your knowledge. So thank you for that. We like cut that a little bit short, but it's okay. I mean, better than dragging the training on. I think we gave them a lot of good tangibles and different perspectives. I mean, if you can take something from Fani, it's that, you know, you need to be at MMP, and if you want to go to Cancun, you need to be at MMP. So up your goals, you know, like Fani said, MMP in 5 days, MMP or MMB, you know, if not this month, the end of next month, you got to be there. You know, they are throwing incentives at us. We had 6 only for you products this month. We've had quite a few flash sales. No one has really any excuse to not be at those ranks and to not be in Cancun with us. We all want to be there together. So the hustle, it started the beginning of February when, like I said, when the qualification period started, but it's not too late to like check yourself if you're not where you want to be and to get there. And like Fani said, get with your upline. go back to the drawing board, reroute, figure out where you're going wrong, because you can always check yourself and you can always, get better, but it's not gonna, like Fani said, if you're coming to us and you're not being consistent, you're not putting the work in, you're not showing up, we're gonna turn that around on you and say, well, this is why you're not where you want to be. So Kelly, Hannah, do you guys have any closing points that you want to go over? You good? Okay, Fani, anything else?
Let me think about it, because I may have something else to say. Just get your shit together. That's what I want to say. Get your asses done, get your shit done, get your content ready. Like, it really isn't that hard to be successful in this. And I really haven't been doing this for a really long time. And I can tell you guys that if you stay consistent, like, I can't preach consistency enough. It's a daily thing. Okay. So just because you're being consistent one day doesn't mean the next day, like, you can just slack off a little bit because you posted extra hard the day before. Like, that's not consistency at all. Right. So you guys just need to be making sure that you're showing up daily for yourselves, not for anybody else, but for yourselves. And that just takes you right back to your why. So if you have a strong enough why, you'll never question why you're showing up. Right. So with that being said, MMP should be cake for everybody.
Yes, and we are all super proud of you for showing up. And, you guys know you have to hop on these calls and grow your business and have that hunger for this. So if you're all showing up on a Thursday night at 8 o'clock, that shows us you are ready to hit MMP. You're ready to finish off March on a good note. So let's all do it. We have a lot of time to still hit those ranks. So with that being said, I will send this recording to anyone who needs it. Just text me after this, but thank you guys for doing this with me.
Wait.
What? Hi.
Okay, so one other point I think is make sure you're showing up for yourself too, not just the business. So like working out, eating good, like fueling your body and your mind to really feel good and thrive, because it's like nothing is going to happen in your business if you feel like shit. So it's really important that you take care of yourself.
Be the best version of you to be the best version here.
Exactly. So that's the last thing I had to say.
I love that. No, it's a good point. Definitely. I mean, personal development, it is one thing we didn't touch. Every single day, again, check yourself. If you're not where you're at, if you're not where you want to be, mindset's probably a big thing too. Consistency, mindset, check yourself, do the things you need to be doing on a daily basis. Chances are you know what they need, you know what they are, you're just not doing them. So we are all super excited to see you guys hit your ranks by the end of the month. And I will, like I said, anyone who needs this, just text me over and I'll send you the recording. But I'll let you guys go. Thanks, guys.
Bye.